Hello everyone, how are you guys? I hope you all are healthy and fit in your home. Stay home, stay safe. So, without wasting much time, let's start our class. I welcome all of you to our ICT class in YouTube. So, let's have a quick recap of what we have studied in the last classes. So, we have covered algorithm and flowcharts in the last classes, and you have practiced questions in this topic. So, we are going to study today pseudocode. Okay, now we will understand what is pseudocode. Pseudocode is very much similar to the programming language. That means you can use the English like representation, you can use your own words in this pseudocode, okay, and you can take help of some keywords to denote the programming processes, okay. The keywords which are used in pseudocode are like for input we can use read, opt-in, get, prompt, okay. So these four keywords are used for input, or you can write take input as like that also, because this is English like representation, okay. And for output there are print, display, show. For processing, that means like formulas, any process, how you are going to solve the problem, okay, that is processing. Compute, calculate, determine, add, subtract, multiply and divide. So there can be more than this keywords also. You can use more keywords if there is such problem, okay, such question. Initialize. Initialize means to set any variable a particular value. Like I am giving you some marks, okay. Suppose I am giving you chocolates. That means I am assigning you chocolates, or I have assigned class monitors, like that, okay. Initializing means to set something in mathematics, like x equals to 5. If you have studied in algebra, y equals to 10, how you studied in algebra, okay. And if you want to add 1, then you can write this increment, okay. You can use this keyword increment if you want to add 1 to any variable, okay. So for example, for pseudocode, first one, see here there are no step wise you need to write. So that means there are no such strict rules to write in pseudocode, okay. To convert rupees into paise, like rupees, you have 5 rupees, and how you are going to convert it into paise. 1 rupee equals to 100 paise, right? So first of all you need to read rupees, okay, and multiply rupees by 100, and finally you can print value in paise. That's it, okay. Another one you can see here, a little difficult one, that we have done 1 to 10. To print 1 to 10 we have done algorithm also and flowchart. So how we will write this in pseudocode? See here, read num, initialize num to 1. That means you are writing num equals to 1. That is same here. Initialize num equals to 1 means num equals to 1. Or you can write set num equals to 1. Num means number, okay. You can use n also, x also, anything you want. Then see here, the condition which we were using in decision box, right? If num is less than or equal to 10, we are using both here, less than and equal to. That means if the value of num is equals to 10, still it is checking that condition, and yes, num value is equals to 10, then it will add 1 to the 10. That means 10 plus 1, 11. Then when you got the value as 11, then the condition will become false, and then the loop will terminate, okay. So see here, third line, if num less than equals to 10, it will show display num, set num equals to num plus 1. This is incrementation. And finally end if. This is the termination of loop, okay. End if we need to write in programming also. So these lines are similar to the programming which we will do in QBasic, C++, C language, okay. If you got the thinking like how we are going to solve it, that means you can do any programming language. Okay, so see here, advantage and disadvantage of pseudocode. So everything has its pros and cons, right? So pseudocode advantages, it's similar to the actual program, so that we can easily convert into main program, actual program that we run into computer, right? And limitation, it's difficult to understand as compared to algorithm and flowchart. That means the beginners will not understand the pseudocode. Okay, so that's why this is the last topic. So this is why we are studying this in the last. Okay, the flowchart pictorial form was a little easy, right? And second one, writing pseudocode is much easier in comparison with drawing a flowchart. That means the same thing is now becoming a advantage also, right? Like flowchart drawing, some people might feel that it's difficult to draw, some people might feel that it's easy to write in lines, right? So it also become an advantage. And now limitation, as there are no specific standard for writing pseudocode, it becomes hard to maintain consistency. That means there are no such strict rules. That means it becomes difficult to maintain the consistency. Okay, so finally, your assignment for today class, you need to submit tomorrow. Actually, you need to draw this sorry, here it will not be draw, you need to write the pseudocode to find the 4 of this. Okay, the same problem we have done in algorithm and flowchart also, that only you have to do while writing in pseudocode. Okay, thank you class, stay safe, stay home everyone, take care, bye bye.